Hi, good morning. Welcome to our chat with Sagi series. Today is a day 3. We are lucky. I'm your moderator today. My name is Jeff. He's my colleague CY.
Hello, welcome back.
And our today guest speaker, our IR Prof YC.
Good morning, guys.
So today our title topic is Untold Secret of Choosing the Right Institution to Pursue an Engineering Degree. Okay, so Prof YC, can you just introduce a little bit yourself?
Hi. Yes. Good morning, everyone. I'm an academic, as you know, and at the same time, I'm also a mechanical engineer by profession. I have more than 20 years of academic and industry experience, and I'm also a practicing engineer with many years of this consultancy experience, and I've provided services to industries such as Petronas Chemical, Chevron, Toyo Engineering, etc., etc.
And we cannot think of a better person to invite to the show today other than Prof YC, because he's a very good combination of both being an academic as well as being very active in the industry scene. So yes, Prof YC, shall we begin with the first question?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. That's the first question. That's very important. Okay, Prof YC, that's a very good question that I would like to ask. So we can see the number of engineering in the student in university is getting more and more.
In Sagi University.
Correct. Yeah. So can you tell our viewer what is the cause for this increase?
All right, of course. You see, Sagi, our engineering program, we are designed to provide our student with necessary skill needed by the industry. So we don't just teach the knowledge, but we are providing the necessary skill, such as communication skill, industry exposure, and we bring in the industry to the classroom. All right. And other than that, of course, you have to look at our strength of our lecturer. Our lecturer portfolio, more than 60% of our academic staff are holding a PhD. Okay. And besides that, more than 60% also having these professional titles, such as a chartered engineer in UK, or professional engineer from BEM Malaysia, or TS Technologies.
Right.
Okay. Besides that, our lecturers are also EAC panel, Engineering Accreditation Council panel, which means we know what we are doing. We are the evaluators for the engineering program. In fact, I myself is a EAC panel. So we go around the university in Malaysia, and we evaluate their program. So we know what we are doing here.
Yeah.
All right. And also, other than this academic this involvement, our lecturers are also active researchers.
Okay.
All right. We bring in grants from the external grant, and we have more than 100 this PhD research project going on. Okay.
Well, it sounds like we have a mix of a very diverse profile of faculty members here in Sagi.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, the dean from the Faculty of Business was saying, in order to provide meaningful learning for our students, it's very important to engage at least two stakeholders. One is, of course, academics is very important, but at the same time, the engagement with the industry is also very important. But I can see in the engineering faculty, not only do we have industry as well as academics, we also have active consultants who are doing active engineering work in the industry, as well as people who are in the accreditation panel who goes around to look at engineering programs from other universities. That really set us apart.
Yes, and with that we can we know the latest implementation, latest technology, or latest method being used by other university in their teaching,
Yes.
and we can bring into to our student.
Mm.
Other than that, we have one of our professor, IR Professor Jeffrey Chang. He himself is IEM Deputy President.
Wow.
And that means we are able to link with all the engineers in Malaysia.
IEM is the board that gives out the title IR, if I'm not mistaken. Is that
No,
correct?
actually, no.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
It's actually the IR is given out by Board of Engineers
That's
Malaysia.
BEM, right?
Yeah,
BEM.
IEM is the Institution of Engineers Malaysia.
Right.
What is the difference IEM and BEM?
Okay, BEM is a regulatory body.
Right.
Okay, which is part of the government body. While IEM is an institution,
Right.
where it is a platform created to allow the engineers to
network.
network.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. Great. So other than lecturers profile, what else can you tell us about the faculty in SEGI?
Okay. Our programs, in order to update our student with the latest technology, we actually bring in the industry to our classroom. Okay, we invited companies, industries such as Daikin, Intrix Renewable, Inda Water, KOP Manta, MTC, Tenaga Switchgear, JF Nutritech, and so on to our classroom, and we actually created actual project for the student to get exposed to the industry need.
Right.
Okay, so they don't just learn the knowledge from the textbook, but they are aware of the current needs from the industry.
Right. And this is very different as compared to other university and colleges offering engineering program, I suppose. I think what I've heard traditionally when it comes to engineering program is when we do industry collaboration, it means, I send my student out for internship, or I do some placement, or I bring some guests into the classroom to talk to them about what's happening in the industry. But in SEGI, your faculty took it one step further where we actually bring them in to do real life projects, is it?
Yes, that is correct. Our projects are real life industry projects.
Sounds to me like a very practical way of learning engineering.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I see.
Okay, and of course, our programs are all accredited by the Board of Engineers Malaysia. Since our first civil engineering program introduced in 2013, for the last 10 years, we have been getting all our 4 engineering programs are accredited by the BEM.
Okay, all right.
And not to mention, SEGI University is ranked 57 in Southeast Asia by QS World University Ranking. Okay, and also QS 5-star plus university. One of only 19 universities in the world we got this QS 5-star plus university ranking by QS.
Impressive. Right. That's very good. Moving on to the second question, Jeff.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think this is very good questions because a lot of people also asking this. All right. Professor, there's a lot of university offering engineering programs. So the key question is why SEGI? Why choose SEGI?
Okay. As I mentioned in the question number 1, the lecturers are very important. The strength of the lecturers are important. We have a balanced lecturers here in SEGI. Not just a researcher, but also active consultants, active engineers. We are linked with the industry all the time. So we know what is needed, and therefore we can provide the skill required by the industry to our student. Okay, student learn from active engineers, and they are exposed to the real industry problems. Okay, when we have projects that are linked to the industry, and not just a project that we come up by the researcher itself.
So that's in terms of the faculty. What else?
Okay, then as you can see here in the next slide here, yes, okay, so when I say we have a balance, these lecturers, we bring out our student talent. Okay, and from this side you can see that okay, our student won gold and special award. Okay, in the recent this engineering, science, and technology exhibition organized by Masa University.
Right.
And that shows our this practice. Okay, we introduce this practical exposure to our student.
Right. And I see, and I think our students are successful. Again, it comes back to the faculty, how we teach our students and how we expose them to different parts of the industry, different happenings of the industry. So our student has gone out and win a lot of awards, and that was one of the recent one, right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Because of their exposure, that will help them later on in their industry career. Okay.
Right.
And okay, then another thing, I think this is the most interesting part. Why SEGI? Okay, SEGI, we are offering double degree, and it's not just a double degree. Okay, double degree, probably what you have heard, you got a bachelor degree from the local university and another
overseas university.
Yes,
I think
bachelor
that's
degree
pretty common in the market.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in SEGI, we are the only university offering all our engineering program with a bachelor degree from SEGI plus an MH degree from University of Central Lancashire.
MH, that means Masters in Engineering.
Yes.
Wow.
That's correct.
And students can complete this within 4 years.
That is correct.
That means they graduate with a degree and Masters at the same time.
That's right.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
So why you want a double degree, just a normal double bachelor degree where you can get a MH degree in SEGI?
This is like an engineer talking, it's the same amount of effort, same amount of time, but we want to maximize the output.
Correct.
So if you can get a degree and a master's at the same time, then why bother going for double degree?
And University of Central Lancashire is ranked top 7% by the Center of World University Ranking.
Wow.
So it's definitely recognized worldwide.
Well, sounds really, really exciting. Now, Prof. YC, can you also talk a little bit about how does the landscape look like, the engineering landscape? Because, everybody knows that engineers, they are paid very, very well. But that also means that everybody wants to study engineering. I think as much as the government is saying that, there's a reduced interest in STEM, generally speaking, we still see a lot of students are interested in engineering. Every year, hundreds of them graduate. And it means that it's very competitive,
Yes.
The highly paid jobs are there, but a lot of people are competing for the same job. What is SEGI doing to make sure that our students can get these jobs?
Okay, can I show you the next slide? I just show you the next slide. So this slide here, as you can see, this is a survey by Malaysian Research Accelerator for Technology and Innovation. It clearly shows here the ratio of engineers to the population. Okay, between Malaysia and the developed countries such as Germany and France. So in Malaysia currently, we have this ratio of 1 to 170, engineer to population ratio. While in developed countries, the ratio is only 1 to 100. And what it means we are in need of engineers in Malaysia. Okay, about 70% more engineers are required in Malaysia. Okay, and it means the demand, there's a huge demand by the industry. For future engineers. So the salary wise, when there is a demand, the salary will keep increasing.
Correct.
Yeah, supply and demand, basic economics.
Yep.
Right. So what are we doing to prepare students to get these jobs?
Okay, our programs, our engineering program are designed, okay, to align with this industry need, industry revolution 4.0. As you are aware, okay, there are 9 pillars for this industry revolution 4.0, IR 4.0, such as simulation, system integration, IoT, industrial, Internet of Things, cybersecurity, cloud, additive manufacturing, and engineering programs in SEGI. We design them to provide this exposure to our student. And by the time they graduate, they have the skill required by the industry, and that will definitely help them to secure the job or even excel among their colleagues.
And I think worldwide, there's a lot of conversation about IR 4.0. There's a lot of excitement as well. And by aligning our curriculum to fit IR 4.0 and equipping our students with the necessary skills, I think it will be able to provide them with some international career opportunities as well.
Yes, yes. And this is the next slide I wanted to show. This is the can you go to the next slide
after this?
Okay. Yeah, this is the one.
Right.
Okay, this is one of our student, Samuel, graduated from civil engineering from SEGI University. He is now working in Ireland. In Ireland as an engineer for ESP, this energy for generation. So it shows that our degree is world recognized, not just in Malaysia, but it is recognized in any other countries.
Well. Yeah, right. In your previous slide, I saw you mentioned something about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Can you talk a little bit about this?
Yes. This is very important nowadays. Global warming issue, etc. And engineers, we need to be aware of this current issue faced by the world. This global warming, carbon dioxide, etc. So our program, we also design to expose our students to these sustainable development goals set by the United Nations, so that to ensure that our students are able to design something that will be sustainable to the world.
Yeah, and I think the buzzword now in engineering is green engineering.
Go green, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, green engineering.
Green energy.
Green energy, yeah,
and
sustainable engineering and things like that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. So thanks, Prof. Faisi. Okay, so I think the next question is, okay, so what student must consider before choosing an engineering school? What is the reason? What is the most important?
That's a very good question. As a student, I believe all of us were, as a student, I myself before, I think
number one, you must make sure all the lecturers are good looking. Number two, you must make sure your classmates are good looking as well.
When you are a student, this is something that you need to consider.
Right.
Okay, you need to know which school will provide you with the best experience, or will then lead you to a good career later on. So I think the most important one is the lecturer, the academic lecturer. So as an engineer, we have to learn from engineer itself, right? If you're the chef, you can't learn cooking from just internet, from someone who has no cooking experience.
Or someone who has studied the theories of cooking for 100 years.
Yes. So you need someone with the real experience to teach you engineering.
True.
So the lecturers are definitely the most important part that you before you make a choice. Right? You need someone with the industry experience, and you need someone with research experience, so that they can bring you the latest technology, and not just from the textbook, but someone with the research experience, with lots of latest cutting edge technology that can share with the student.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. What else should they talk about?
Okay.
What else should they look at?
Other than that, I think industry exposure is also important. The program should also provide a lot of industry exposure, so that the student they themselves, you get the hands-on experience. Not just go for internship, okay, or attend industrial talk, but at the same time, they should provide you with some real industry project for the student to work on. And besides that, I think another thing like facilities. Okay, just remember I talked about the IR 4.0.
Right.
Okay, we have additive manufacturing. So the university should also provide facilities such as this additive manufacturing, like 3D printer, scanner. Okay, then talk about this simulation. The university should also provide with the software, relevant software like CFD, computational fluid dynamics software, or FEA, final element analysis, and etc. etc. All these are very important facilities required for engineering program.
Right.
Jeff.
Okay, all right. So thanks, Prof. Faisi. Okay, so okay, next question. So just now you was mentioned about the IR title.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Professional
think professional
engineer
title.
IR title.
Yes.
And I just want to know that what is the process to become an IR title in Malaysia?
Okay, if I may, let me show you the route to become a professional engineer in Malaysia.
Yes.
Okay, in order to become a professional engineer in Malaysia, first of all, you have to graduate. You have to register as a graduate engineer with the Board of Engineer Malaysia, which is a regulatory body in Malaysia.
Okay.
It means your degree must be accredited, recognized by the BEM before you can graduate with. You can register as a graduate engineer with the BEM. Okay, and I would like to share with you the current latest information from BEM. From 2024 onwards, 2024 onwards, 3 years engineering program, if you graduate with the 3 years engineering program, you can no longer register as a graduate engineer with BEM.
Yeah.
So it must be 4 years.
It has to be 4 years.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Previously, before 2024, okay, BEM still allow you to register to top up a program, meaning if you graduated with the 3-year degree program, you can top up with the master degree, MN, or some top up modules, and you are allowed to register with the BEM. But from 2024 onwards, January onwards, you will no longer, even if you top up your this module, or you further study with the MN, you can not register with BEM after that. So that this is very important information for those who wanted to become a professional engineer later on.
Right.
Okay, and of course after that, once you register as a graduate engineer, okay, you will need at least 3 years of experience in the branch of engineering specified at your graduate registration. For example, you register as a graduate engineer in the branch of mechanical engineering, you will have to gain at least 3 years of relevant experience.
Minimum 3 years.
Yeah, minimum 3 years. That is the minimum requirement before you can apply for professional registration.
That's how we get the IR title.
Yes, but of course, that's not it. You have to sit for this professional assessment examination. Okay, which consists of an interview and also 2 essay writing. You have to explain your engineering work experience during the professional assessment examination.
Right.
And after that, if you pass the PAE examination, you will be conferred with this IR title, Professional Engineer, by the Board of Engineer Malaysia. Okay, and if you wanted to endorse the drawing, you have to sit for another exam. It's called the Professional Competency Examination. Okay, once you pass the PCE examination, you'll be conferred with this Professional Engineers with Practicing Certificate. We call it PEPC. So once you got the PEPC, you can then endorse the drawing that needs to be submitted to this Majlis or council.
Right. I see. Thank you. Thanks, Prof. IC, for your very insightful sharing this morning. If I may just do like a summary from what I've heard from you, and to, for the benefit of our viewers out there who are aspiring engineers, I think the opportunity and the opportunities are there for engineers.
Yes.
There's a shortage in the market.
Yes, definitely.
And you can demand for high salary, but it also means that everybody's starting point, I mean, although salary is a bit higher, everybody's starting point is the same. Right? What makes the difference between good engineers and maybe not so good engineers is how fast you can climb when you start running, in the industry. And I think the differentiation factor when it comes to SEGI's engineering program really boils down to three things. Number one, our academics, our teaching faculty, because it's not just about hiring lecturers with industry experience. It's also about hiring professors and lecturers who are doing active research, who are still doing some sort of active consultancy work in the industry, so that whatever that they teach you is real time. It's what is happening in the industry, and it's not something that they have learned 10 years ago when they're in the industry.
That is correct.
I think that's number one. That I think is very important. Secondly, what I've heard from Prof. IC that I find very interesting is the whole idea about bringing industry into the classroom. We don't just stop at internship. We don't just stop at getting people in to do talks. We don't just stop at bringing you out for field trips. We actually bring real life projects into the classroom. And again, it comes back to practical learning. Again, it comes back to real life learning, right? Real-time learning. And I think that's very important. And lastly, engineers, we must be very efficient. And efficient means minimum input, maximum output. So if it is a 4-year degree program, why not graduate with a degree plus a master's?
That is very important.
If
I were given a chance during when I was a student, I would definitely opt for this program.
Spend the same time to get a two certificate.
One stone, two birds.
Okay.
Thanks very much, Prof. IC, for
Thank
being
you,
with
thank
us
you.
this morning.
Thanks, Prof. IC, for today, this morning.
Thank you, CI.
Alright.
Thank you, Jeff.
So, all right, thanks for all the viewers, all right, and thanks for the Prof. IC also this morning. And we have a next very interesting sections, all right. Let's welcome. We will back after the break time.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you after the break.